Welcome to the 3D Eco-Fashion tutorial on circular economy. This project is co-funded by the European Union under the Erasmus Plus program. This video will focus on the circular economy and fast fashion for fashion designers, aiming to understand sustainable strategies in the context of 3D printed fashion. In this video, we will cover the problems of fast fashion, the principles of the circular economy, case studies of successful sustainable companies, and open up for discussion. We begin by addressing the critical problems of fast fashion and why the circular economy is essential for the fashion industry. This includes looking at environmental and social impacts. The environmental impact of fast fashion is significant, including high water consumption, water pollution from chemicals, CO2 emissions, textile waste, and the loss of biodiversity. Cotton production is extremely water-intensive. The withdrawal of vast amounts of water leads to shortages and environmental damage. For example, it takes about 110 bathtubs of water to produce one pair of jeans. Water pollution is caused by the variety of dyes and chemicals used in clothing production. Improper handling often leads to the release of toxins into waterways, causing water pollution and health problems. Chemicals are used throughout the entire clothing value chain. This spans from fertilizers on cotton fields to oil refining for polyester, fabric production, power generation, packaging, and transport, even affecting the skin when worn. This chart illustrates the growing reliance on petroleum-based fibers. Polyester, in particular, has seen a dramatic increase in its share of total fiber requirements since 1980. Overproduction is a major problem, contributing significantly to waste. Currently, 57% of clothing produced annually ends up in landfills, while only 12% is recycled. Polyester clothing releases microplastics, which are small threads, into the water during washing. Approximately 500,000 tons of microplastics from clothing are washed into waterways annually. Be aware of the necessary protection when working with plastic materials. Long-distance transportation increases greenhouse gas emissions and contributes to air pollution through sulfur in ship fuel. Furthermore, 50% of all clothing ordered online will be returned, adding to transport and environmental costs. The social impact includes labor exploitation, dangerous working conditions, and inequality. Fast fashion also impacts local communities and contributes to consumer psychological pressure. Now let's look at the alternative, the circular economy. This model contrasts sharply with the linear take-make-waste approach of fast fashion. Consider the following questions. Which design decisions influence the life cycle of a garment? Have you applied circular economy principles yourself to your creations? The key principles of the circular economy include designing out waste and pollution, keeping products and materials in use through repair and upcycling, and regenerating natural systems using biomaterials and circular production. The circular economy model shows a regenerative approach. It connects raw materials, design, production, distribution, consumption, collection, recycling, and minimizes residual waste. The circular economy, often illustrated by the butterfly diagram, distinguishes between the biological cycle for natural materials and the technical cycle for durable materials, emphasizing reuse and maximizing value. The value hill diagram contrasts the linear economy, where value is destroyed post-use, with the circular economy, where value is retained through cycles of reuse and regeneration. The 7R model outlines strategies for a circular system: rethink, reduce, repair, reuse, refurbish, recycle, and recover. This model also incorporates the use of green energy. To achieve a circular economy in fashion, we must focus on design for durability and recyclability, implementing circular business models, and promoting a change in consumer behavior through education. Other strategies involve testing reuse business models like resale and rental, building partnerships to utilize recycled fibers, and accelerating the commercialization of fiber-to-fiber recycling to close the material cycle. The Life Cycle Assessment, or LCA, involves 5 stages to evaluate the environmental impact of a garment, from its raw material extraction all the way to its end of life. We must continue to seek ways to minimize our environmental footprint at every step of the fashion value chain. Let's explore some case studies of brands applying circular principles. Patagonia has a take-back and repair system. Eileen Fisher focuses on fiber-to-fiber recycling. Stella McCartney uses innovative leather alternatives like VEGEA. Further case studies include Zero Waste Daniel, who practices zero waste design, and The Fabricant, which creates virtual clothing to minimize physical production and waste. Mud Jeans offers a lease or buy model and focuses on fiber-to-fiber recycling. Repanui encourages customers to recycle and send back products to close the loop. Let's discuss the future of fashion. How can designers shape a future where fashion doesn't cause harm? Can circular fashion become mainstream? And what are the responsibilities of big brands versus small designers? Be the change you want to see in the world. Be creative and have fun applying these sustainable principles to your designs.